Views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
And bang.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We made it! We made it! We made it! We made it! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house! When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We made it. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from that. He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man. You ought to make the big money. He's a man. Not when you step on the field, man. That's who I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We made it. I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Nah, this game isn't over. It's just getting started, but having some technical difficulties. I just picked my laptop up from being repaired. I had a screen that was messed up, and it had to get repaired. Oh, there we are. And they locked me out of my own laptop. I mean, they locked me out of my own laptop. And Akie, I had to go old school on them. You know, we can't tell them everything we know, but we know how to open up some things that's locked. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you visiting the wrong sites, AJ. Certain sites they do lock you up when you go through.
No. I went to a store. I went to an authorized Apple dealer, and they fixed my screen because half my screen was faded out, the other half was right, and now I can see everything. I can see everything and everybody. I can see what you're thinking tomorrow.
Oh, well, I doubt that.
You know what you thinking for tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, man. It's Friday night. Just got paid. Hey, first of all, it's Throwback Thursday. I'm AJ Jones. Had a hot show yesterday with Cheryl Swoops. I'm so mad at myself. I was calling her 3-time WNBA champ, Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl Swoops is a 4-time WNBA champion, basketball Hall of Famer, and 3-time WNBA All-Star. And I hate getting stuff wrong, especially when it's one of my friends. And I really do consider her a friend. She's good people. And so I'm like mad at myself. I pulled a rookie mistake yesterday, man. So anyway, she was on, David Grubb was on, and it was hot in here. And today I wanted to get you on because you've been dropping dimes all week long. I don't know if none of your information is accurate, but it sure has been something to talk about.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see how accurate it is. I mean, the good
and then you had the nerve to try and drop some receipts. Like, I told y'all this was going to happen. It did. I told y'all that was going to happen. It did. I mean, you were funny, bro. I've been watching you all week long. I've been that dude in the shadows all week long on your page this week.
Well, you have to have receipts. You can't just be saying something and nothing ever happens because otherwise it's like you're just clout chasing.
Yeah, here come John Foster. Here come the birthday boy. Look, he in time. He on here just in time for me to get him on and go to break. So let's get him on. Let's add him in. John, I can't make it work. There it is right there. Okay. There you are, John Foster. Happy
There you
birthday,
go.
bro.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Andre.
All
Sorry,
right.
It's been a rough morning already.
It's always a rough morning with you, John. Hey, look, let me take a break. We'll be right back with John Foster's rough morning right after this on the lunch break.
You're home. You're a diabetic. You need supplies, but you don't want to visit the pharmacy. What do? Call US Med for home delivery of your supplies. If you have diabetes and you're worried about going to a crowded pharmacy, pick up the phone in the safety and comfort of your home and let US Med deliver them to you with free shipping. And now if you test your blood sugar 4 more times a day and inject insulin 3 or more times a day, you may qualify to get a new continuous glucose monitor at little or no cost, which may eliminate the pain of pricking your fingers and helps you make smarter diabetes decisions. Plus, we'll send you a 90-day supply and bill your insurance company for you. Get some peace of mind. Call US Med today.
800-417-0851. 800-417-0851. That's 800-417-0851.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television for a few bucks a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. That's 800-712-8044.
Having trouble getting focused? Getting your to-do list done?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
Hey guys, this is your girl Brandy Nelson, and you are listening to The Lunch Break on KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Big shout out to my sister friend, Brandy Nelson Mack. Her father is tuned in to us, Dr. George Nelson. He's a big sports fan. Dr. Nelson, you still working with them Texans, and I think he's an all things Houston fan. I think he loves everything Houston. So I think he's an Astros fan, not the cheating Astros, the Astros before they started cheating. The Rockets. Y'all see what I did? I threw some shade there. I know y'all don't like that. I threw some shade there. But anyway, hey, John, it's your birthday. How old are you, man?
Thank you. 21.
Times
21.
what?
Just turned
Times
21.
what, John? Times what?
So, can you guys?
Who's got that clicking noise going on? Whoever's got that clicking noise. Like, we'll never have any of this stuff happen on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, or on Friday. But when y'all are on, it's always something. Who's clicking? Stop it. Did you kill it?
I hear it.
You had stopped it at first.
Somebody,
Now
look,
it's gone.
if somebody's mouse is chewing on cheese. Hey, John, it's too close to Sunday for you to be lying like a rug, bro. How old are you?
21. 21 today. I'm legal.
John, stop with those R. Kelly
You
lines.
just can't even lie, Doc. You got to just tell the truth and tell people how old you are, man.
58. I'm 58
Are
today.
you really? See, that's the thing, John. You kill the blessings when you 58. You look as good as you do. You're as active as you are. Hey, bro, I'm serious. I know you got, a full-time boo to be like jacking you up in your house. But if you wasn't booed up, you could probably get you a 21-year-old because you look good, John.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, it's really crazy. I mean, I'm coming on 60 years old, and but I hang out with young people all the time. I teach kids, and it's the age is really hitting me now. Where wow, but it never did before, and I never realized that it life is short. And I think I'm just beginning, like you said, Andre. I mean, I'm coming into my own now with information, doing radio, being able to talk to you, and everything else that I'm doing. So I feel like it's one of the best times of my life. And for a lot of people, they're winding down, or they feel like they're winding down. I mean, I feel like I'm just getting started.
Yeah, no, John,
So
for real. All joking aside, man, you really, really look good. And we as men,
thank you.
sometimes we hit that go button late in life. Women get it like real early, but sometimes we don't
Right.
have it all figured out until we get a certain age. In fact, I told my daughters, if y'all don't want to get married till you're 50, hang on. We'll be right at about 30 when you get 50. So, you know. But John, you look good, man. For real, all joking aside,
Thank
happy
you, sir.
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you both. Thank you.
All right, Aki.
Yes,
You've
sir.
been dropping dimes all week long. What's going on with Russell Westbrook and James Harden? We'll start there. The Rockets are traveling. If they're not already in Orlando, they're headed to Orlando today,
Today.
along with the San Antonio Spurs. The Mavericks and the Pelicans got there yesterday, and they're going to begin their training starting tomorrow. So, what's going on with James Harden and Russell Westbrook, according to your reports?
Well, I got a text message yesterday saying that James Harden and Russell Westbrook moms were having differences, and I think Westbrook had said something to James that kind of upset James, and now they're not on the best of terms right now at the moment.
Okay, all right. All right. That's not good. I mean, we need the Beard and the Brody, as the other stations call them, to be on one accord. I mean, here we go again. Who else is James Harden going to fall out with? He fell out with Dwight Howard. He fell out with Chris Paul, and now he's falling out with his childhood best friend. That was the main reason why they brought Russell Westbrook in and dished off. No pun intended, but dished off Chris Paul.
Chris
Yeah,
Paul.
James seems to have kind of like a fragile ego, kind of like Kevin Durant, and it's not uncommon. A lot of times, a lot of NBA mothers don't get along. NBA players, girlfriends don't get along. That's why they make shows like Basketball Wives. It's just not uncommon for them to be around each other, and somebody here you said this about their son or their husband or their boyfriend, and they go in attack mode.
All right, so let me be clear. Is it the players are having some kind of disagreement, or is it their mothers?
The mothers, and then it kind of translate over to the players, where they like I think it was the mothers kind of going back and forth, and I guess the players were trying to intervene, and then it got to the point where Russell was gonna say what's on his mind. He don't care.
Yeah, yeah. No, he ain't no rookie.
Yeah, so I don't know what was said to James, but whatever it was, it hurt his feelings.
Man, we can't afford this. I mean, the Rockets have as good a chance right now than as anybody to go down to Orlando, hopefully stay healthy, hopefully survive it, and bring home the franchise's third NBA championship. They have as good a chance as the Lakers, as the Clippers, as Milwaukee, as Toronto. The Rockets can get hot for 8 games and then through the playoffs and bring this home. This is the kind of stuff that I used to talk about called championship mentality. You didn't hear this with the Patriots when they were making their run. You didn't hear this when Golden State was a dynasty, a little mini dynasty. You didn't hear this kind of stuff.
Well, you don't have to be friends, and I think when you're too buddy buddy, I don't always think that's a good thing when you're playing basketball or sports or something. Like, I think that was part of Chris Paul and James Harden's problem is because they really didn't get along that well. Chris Paul's a married man with kids, and James kind of like the nightlife, hangs around rappers, and go all kinds of places, and they just never did really click off the court.
Okay. All right. We got the sports fellas, Dr. Akie Davis and John Foster, on John's birthday, joining us here for Throwback Thursday. John, let's relate it to your world. Pro tennis coach, and have played and everything yourself. Is that like a doubles group that is not on the same page? A doubles team, partners that are not on the same page? One is mad at the other, or one guy's or girl's significant other doesn't like the other one, and it spills out onto the court. What's the chances of winning a big tournament with that? He went away. He gone. Hey, John. John. Happy birthday, John. All right. Well, he's gone. So I just wonder, does that hurt or help the team's chance of doing, what ultimately needs to be done? And to me, it's the wrong time for that. We're just about to get started. There's too many unknowns with, this COVID-19. So I don't know. Tell me something.
Well, the strange part about it, because of the HIPAA law, NBA teams have been doing a real good job of keeping things private about their players. Very few things are leaked out. I found out one of the Texans was Jacob Martin that had the coronavirus.
Well, wait, before we get into that, I want to kind of stick with the Rockets right now, because that was going to be my next thing. You've got, pretty reliable sources that say that James Harden possibly contracted COVID-19, and that, like you said, because of HIPAA laws, the team didn't have to verify it, and I called them myself and could get nothing. And I mean, what are you hearing around that?
Well, do you remember those pictures when James Harden it got really skinny? It was like he was in Arizona at the time.
He was supposedly running the mountains of Arizona or somewhere like that.
And had some guys with him. Well, that was like that pitch. Well, I think they said he contracted the virus in May, and he had lost a lot of weight because you don't have a big appetite when you have the virus. So I don't think the weight loss was so much of, him working out that hard, because he's had 3 months off before and never been that skinny.
Yeah, I mean, he literally transformed his body, and it looked like the Rockets organization was trying to spin it as if, he's really working out. James is really taking this offseason seriously, and he's going to be in better shape than he's ever been in before, and here we go. And now your sources are telling you it's because he contracted COVID-19 and, lost weight due to that.
Yes, not saying he's not working. He's working out. But like I said, he's had 3 months off before. This is the smallest he's been since he's been in the league. When I seen the pictures, I was just like shocked. And then it kind of like made sense when my source had told me that. I was like, well, he was like, you remember that dramatic weight loss? I was like, yeah. So that's, I think that's what it was. And him being the key player on the team, you definitely can't afford to leak that kind of information out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why I was saying we're going to go with allegedly. I mean, I won't want to lose my, because your sources are jacked up. So allegedly, that's where he was battling COVID-19. I do know that there were published reports out there that the team was concerned about his pre-existing condition, namely asthma, which is something that I suffer with, would make him susceptible to catching COVID-19 in the bubble environment down there in Orlando. James himself said he wants to play as long as it's safe for the players. And there are people that read into that a couple of ways, as if it's safe for the players and himself because of asthma, or safe for the players because he's coming off of COVID-19 and didn't want to infect anybody.
Yeah, exactly. And usually like for instance, I'm not trying to switch gears or anything, but like Kawhi Leonard, for instance, he didn't make the trip to Orlando. He's had basically 4 months off, and he has to attend to some business. I mean, it's like that kind of stuff gets the wheels to turning. Like, does Kawhi possibly have it?
Yeah, and I get you. And given the fact that the league has said that they're not going to reveal if a player has it. So they're not going to say, oh, yeah, James Harden or Kawhi Leonard came down with COVID-19. They're not going to do that. All we can do is speculate. And I for one, am on the side of caution. I don't want to just jump to any conclusion. But in this era, it does open it up for some speculation. I mean, if people cough too much, I'm like, wait, hey. I mean, you good? You good? John,
Yes.
are you back with us? Can you hear us?
I think so. I can hear you. Can you hear me, Andre?
Yeah, we can hear you. I was asking you before you disappeared that we're talking about James Harden and Russell Westbrook, the two primaries on the Rockets, and I was trying to relate it to your world in tennis. Is that like two doubles partners not being on the same page for whatever reason? Their significant others are fighting, and it spills out onto the court. How successful can a team be, doubles team be like that, if they're not on the same page or the people that mean the most to them are at odds?
Yeah, it won't work, Andre. Doubles team, and a lot of them are broken up because of that relationship. You need to be on the same page. I've had some good doubles players, partners that were just communicate, we're getting along. There's energy that you get from your partner. And when you're feeling good about him and he's feeling good about you, there's times where he's not going to be right and you're right. And you pick him up and say, hey, that's all right. I got you. I'm coming back. And then back and forth. Basketball, I can only imagine, because I never played competitive basketball, that it's even stronger. I mean, you gotta like each other. Any football team we know that makes it. You know why? They're brothers. They're together. They're all on the same page. So it's a big thing. Although these guys have been friends a long time, so
Yeah, they're childhood friends.
Then you know what? We've been playing ball a long time. I think they might be able to get through that, and that might even bring them back together when they make some special things happen on the court together. What do you? So,
And Akie, you're of the mindset that the players don't have to be friends in order for them to be successful. I know we've got recent history with Golden State and Kevin Durant. At any given moment, he might not have been on the same page with Draymond or with Clay or with Steph. Then, of course, you go back to Shaq and Kobe and things like that. What's your legitimate feeling? Can they be successful if they're not on the same friend page?
I think so. You look back at the Last Dance and all the drama that the Chicago Bulls had. A lot of those guys didn't like each other, but they had 6 rings. I mean, it's just a matter of playing basketball, playing defense, doing your part, moving the ball around, and taking care of the game. So
You know why I looked around? I gave you that. Let me look around and see if we're in the same conversation. Did you just try to compare James Harden and Russell Westbrook to Scottie Pippen? And let me say it slow for the people in the back. Michael, I am the best that ever played the game, Jordan. Is that what you just tried to do?
Well, I'm just saying that I'm not comparing it. I'm not comparing the
You
GOAT.
said just like the Last Dance. John, who was the Last Dance focused on?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah. That Michael Jordan. Are we talking about Michael Jordan, the actor? In there a Michael Jordan name, the guy that acts? Are we talking about the Michael Jordan?
Yeah, the man, right?
Akie. I'm sorry, Dr. Akie. For reals?
I mean, I'm not comparing Jordan to. I'm just saying that they wasn't happy all the time. You don't have to always be happy to have the chemistry to win a championship. And I know Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Got to give it to him, greatest of all time. But like I said, it's like on most teams, they're not gonna always be happy.
Dude, Michael Jordan had them dudes believing that he would eat their spleens if they didn't play well enough to win. I don't see anybody aside from LeBron and Kobe. Those are the last two of the dude, we gonna win or we gonna fight. I mean, even Jimmy Butler tried to get it going like that when he was where was he? When he was up in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Didn't work out. When he went over to Philly, didn't work out. And now he's down there in Miami, and it might work out down there because he's probably gonna be the man. But Jimmy Butler, and you gotta pause. You gotta pause some more and pause a little bit more. Jimmy Butler and Michael Jordan are two different, like we're in two different stratospheres. Like we're not even in the same category. I hear what you're saying in theory, but to me, your margin of error when you don't have a transcendent player like a Michael Jordan, like a Kobe Bryant, like a LeBron James is smaller. You cannot have different mindsets when you're not those players. Let me take another break. We'll come back with more on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights. And you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. That's 800-547-4170.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way. For as low as $1 a day, you can ensure your family will have the money to pay your funeral expenses. We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family.
What'd she say?
There are no medical exams. Your rates will increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431. Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we're with a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talks with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
Hey, this is Raven Rogers from the University of Oregon, 800 meters, NCAA, 3-time NCAA champ, art major, Spanish fluent, Houston native right here. And you're listening to The Lunch Break with KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones, and I can let y'all know I have spoken with Raven Rogers, and she will be coming on the show. Probably going to have it set up for next week, but did talk to her, and she will be coming on the show. For those who don't know, Raven Rogers attended Kincaid High School here in Houston. She went on to the University of Oregon, where she was not the 1 or the 2 or the 3, but the 4-time 800-meter indoor and outdoor champ. And she is being memorialized on a tower that they have put over the track where she set all those amazing records. And she is on that tower. So I cannot wait to get Raven Rogers on the show. That's going to be outstanding. She's got a video clip on Instagram where her and her family are literally walking up and looking up to see the tower and to see her mom and her aunt and her family just so excited, man. I was excited for her, so can't wait to have Raven Rogers come back on the show. All right, John, hey, El Michelle, I see you just came on. Can you do me a favor and give us a call, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. Need you to do me a favor. If you can give me a call, please. Gotta get you to do me a favor. All right. Akie.
Yes.
They were killing you, bro. Let me tell you what some of the comments were. The comments were, tell Akie to get off that yak. 2 different worlds talking about Jordan and those guys. And then Keith Hennig said, we all have worked with people we didn't necessarily like. Do your job, get paid, and go home.
I agree with Keith Hennig. I mean,
why you gonna pick him out of everybody that has something to say and say I agree with Keith Hennig?
well, it is. You do your job that you're getting paid for, and basketball is just like you don't have to, go hang out and all that buddy stuff. It's just guard your man, make the correct switches, move the ball around, shoot when you're open, and do your job. I mean, and pop the champagne at the end of the day.
Doesn't the only problem come in where you're playing iso ball and 2 different people want in charge of the game? So I think that might be the only problem when you have 2 different. Well, hey, we can win with me having the ball, or I can win with me having the ball. There's where you have a problem. Wouldn't you agree, Akie?
Yeah, I agree with you on that, John. That could be a problem with who's going to be the bigger alpha dog, who's going to complain about not getting enough touches.
And it should be about who, like I've mentioned before on past shows, where, I mean, if I was the coach, it would be like, look, he has the hot hand. If you have that control as a coach, I don't know if D'Antonio has that, but if I was the coach, I'd be looking at it and go, look, he's got the hot hand. I want the ball in his hand at the end of the show here. Okay. Or there'd be other days. I say, and if I couldn't talk to him like that in front of the team, I'd pull him aside and do it. But the word has to be who has the hot hand. Both these guys are Hall of Famers, legends, and somebody has to be in.
Who's a Hall of Famer?
Show.
Wait a minute, hold on. Y'all passing out awards today. Y'all done put James Harden and Russell Westbrook in the same conversation as the Michael Jordan, and now they Hall of Famers? Like they in right now. Yeah, John?
Westbrook has done some terrific stuff, and Harden too, that nobody in the NBA has done in the history of the NBA with this.
Let's chop that up for a second. If you could only put one in, now I can't put them both in right away. Who goes in first? James Harden or Russell Westbrook? Akie, you go first.
Oh, that's a tough question, AJ. That's almost like Beyonce or Rihanna. I mean,
Okay.
I don't.
Beyonce,
I mean, like, I don't
And that
know.
is close, by the way. Beyonce and Rihanna are close. They're both good looking. I like both their music, but they're not close.
Well, I'm just saying that's two tough choices because Westbrook brings all that energy and passion, and then Harden brings that scoring that where he just can't be stopped.
Let me slow it down for you. You can only put one of them in the Hall of Fame. Which one goes? Which one goes in?
I will go Westbrook.
John Foster, one only.
I'll go Harden. Westbrook, I mean, he deserves to be in, but if I had to pick one, it would be Harden. And he's been doing something the past 4 years. So is Westbrook, but Harden's had a little better. I mean, the finals, 1 year we were even ahead of Golden State as far as the predicted to win, and we've been there, the past 3-4 years because of Harden. You can't say that about Westbrook, even though he's been doing great numbers with the triple doubles. I would say Harden, but it's a tough choice.
And for me, it's not at all. For me, it's automatically Westbrook because of the significance of what Westbrook has done. Nobody before Westbrook, not Jordan, not Magic, not Kareem, not Wilt. Nobody before Westbrook even got close to sniffing what Oscar Robinson did when he averaged a triple-double for the season. Westbrook has done it how many times? He's a Hall of Famer without question. James Harden has done some Hall of Fame stuff. But if I can only put one of them in, it's Westbrook all day long. Now, am I saying that Westbrook is the better player if I've got to play James Harden style of basketball? No. If I need a scorer, I'm giving the ball to Harden. If I need a playmaker, I'm giving the ball to Westbrook. Y'all both looking at me.
I mean, you average a triple double 3 years in a row. That's just insane.
It hadn't been done in 75 years, and then you get a guy that does it in 3 in a row.
How about the scoring records that Harden's been doing, which is pretty phenomenal as far as
Lynn Rice had a scoring record. Chuck
that?
Persons had a scoring record.
Yeah. He's putting up at least. I mean, there was a time he couldn't go into a game and score less than 35, and then he had a record of going 40 points a game for crazy. That's crazy.
That's why I said what James Harden has done. He's had some Hall of Fame runs, and I'm not saying he's not going to get in.
Yeah.
I'm saying that if I had to put somebody in and I only had one choice between those two, it's Russ Westbrook.
Yeah.
I know the locals are like, "Oh, you're a hater," and my favorite basketball team in the NBA is the Houston Rockets. I love the Rockets, and it ain't because of James Harden, and it ain't because of Russ. I love the Rockets. If they didn't have James and Russ, I would love the Rockets. So, no, man, I just call them like I see them, and I try to have something to support why I feel the way I feel. That being said, John, you were trying to tell me that they were both Hall of Famers, and they gotta figure it out before we get over here to Orlando.
Yep, I think that's what it comes down to. These guys gotta, make it mesh somehow. As far as who's getting the ball, and at what time in the game they're getting the ball, and then besides that, the other guys, they got to be playing. It's going to be a tough. You'll see, but if they can get along, like winning cures things. So if they're not getting along, and they could play good, just like Akie suggested, and I agree. If they're not getting along, but they're winning, it'll work. But if they're not getting along and they're losing, now it's a mess. Now it becomes a disaster. So it can work that way, but it's got to work.
I got you. I got you. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what it comes down to. But to me, the Rockets just don't have that margin of error that they can't be on the same page with at least those two players because everybody else is going to feed off of them. And if those two are on the wrong page, let's say they call ISO and Russ doesn't give the ball up for the ISO, and he just runs his own stuff. Or let's say that they go the ISO and Hart needs to kick it out, and Russ is standing there wide open for whatever, and James just goes ahead and throws up whatever he gonna throw up. You know me, I like some anarchy. I want to see them going at it. If y'all can't get a little MMA going. Hold on, y'all. Hello, you live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is El Michelle.
Hey, El Michelle, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
I called you in to special service. I literally called in the bullpen and said, bring me in the lady who can sing. It's John Foster's 58th birthday. Can you do me a favor and bless him indeed?
I'll do my best. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you.
John, she sang so good that she almost short-circuited the whole system, bro.
I know. What a beautiful voice.
Oh, did he hear it?
Oh, yeah, he heard it.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful voice. Wow.
Birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you, El Michelle. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, Lady El Michelle.
Bye-bye, lunch breaker.
All right, thank you, El Michelle. Hey, man, that's an El Michelle original right there, bro. That's like an autograph.
Goosebumps.
Not everybody gets one of those.
Nope. I feel special. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, El Michelle. That was beautiful.
Hey, man, you our boy, man. We gotta, we gotta do you up.
All right, you did it.
I'm gonna let Akie take you out to the Rona streets later on this evening. Let y'all get out there in them Rona.
I'm good, AJ.
I'm gonna cash app Akie some money. He gonna take you out and let you turn up. Let you do some social distancing out there in the Rona street. John, what are you gonna do for your birthday?
Well, I'm laying low. My brother, I went over his house. He cooked me a nice steak and pasta and shrimp, and we all had the mask on because my nephew has one kidney. So, and I was telling him how, I almost suggested he's 12 years old to call you and get on, but he'd be good at this. He has, he's very smart, knows all the numbers in sports, and I'm kind of
John, get him on, man. Get him on with us.
There you go. Well, if I can talk him into it, I'll call in. He knows all the names. It's good. He has a little bit of Bamberger's, autism, so they've been especially working with him on that. But he's brilliant, and it took my brother.
Hey, John, wait, hold on, John. We got to do the top of the hour. Hang on.
40 KYOK, Conroe, Houston. The legend continues.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the hosts, guests, and callers who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. First hour on the books, second hour underway. It's AJ Jones along with the sports fellas, Dr. Akie Davis, and the birthday boy. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go, shawty. It's your birthday. John Foster celebrating his birthday with us today. We appreciate him even coming on. I expected him to be out there in them streets, turned up somewhere. Yeah, man.
So
wave your tennis racket in the air and wave it like you just don't care. So hey, we're gonna get you a couple of canister of tennis balls. How about that, John?
I'll tell you, some of the best birthdays I've ever had. I can think of one where I'm with Lou Duva, Georgie Benson, and Tommy Bonetta, and I'm driving, and Lou Duva, 1987, sitting next to me. And that's when we had Evander Holyfield in town in Houston, T-Town, going to Kenny Weldon's gym in Pasadena. We had Evander, Pernell Whitaker, Meldrick Taylor, Vinny Pazienza, and Mike McCallum. Mike McCallum and me had the same coach, Tommy Bonetta. Tommy's in the back seat. Like I said, Lou Duva. I think my dad went to school with the Duva brothers in New Jersey. But anyhow, Lou's passed away now. God bless him. And it was so funny. Yeah, and Lou was busting my chops, and I'm right on him. Tommy's like, give him hell, you know. So some good times on my birthday. That was one birthday I'll never forget.
Now, when you say Georgie Benson, are you talking about George Benson, the musician?
No, George Benson, the boxing trainer.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, y'all that cool that you can call him Georgie Benson?
Georgie.
George Benson is kind of like a bad man, and y'all that tight that you like Georgie Benson? Man, I was finna go in. I'm like, man, you need to hook us up.
Yeah, no. And I can't say I was that tight with George, but I'll tell you, I was part of the crew down at Kenny Weldon's gym with all these guys. I don't know if you guys remember the Charlie Club? And they were playing hoops in there at like 1 a.m. You could go in, and they'd have 2 teams deep waiting to get on the court there at the Charlie Club over there off.
Yeah, no, that was Akie's group. You know, I can't play basketball. You know, Akie was the one that ran down there at Fondy and Charlie's Club and all them places down there.
Yeah,
that was Akie.
I walked in one day with Pernell Whitaker and Meldrick Taylor on my side, and they wanted to play some hoops. And I'm like, come on, you know. And I bring them into the club, and they're like, who are you to be? They had just won. That's right after the Olympics, I guess.
Now, John, tell the truth. With Meldrick Taylor and Pernell Whitaker on your basketball team, you was hard fouling everybody because you knew if it went down, you had all the help you needed, right?
You know what? I made one shot that night, and I'm not really a great shooter. I mean, I can get on my runs, you know, and I'm all over the place. But I made one shot, like, without even looking under the basket, spun up, threw the ball up, and it swooshed, and everybody just looked at me like, yeah, right.
John, why do you look like the dude that in pickup basketball, you playing full court, you taking picks, you setting picks and stuff like that? It's like, what are you doing?
I play a mean defense, man. You know, I can, you know, I'm on you. I'm on you for sure.
You be got us run out the neighborhood, man. We could definitely, if we said we had next, somebody be like, no, y'all don't. No, y'all don't.
I took an elbow from Andy Roddick one time in a pickup game at working for Chris Everett when he was 14. And I was like, woof. I'm like, who's this little kid? I almost went down the end. You know, good thing I did.
Was he 14?
Nowadays, you know?
Was he 14?
14.
If he had been 18, I would have said you should have popped him dead in his forehead. I mean, Andy Roddick was the one American tennis player that I just couldn't stand. Like, I could just see myself plucking him upside. Did you ever play the pluck game, Akie, where you pull your finger back and you pluck somebody on their knuckles or their forehead?
Yeah.
Andy Roddick looks like that kind of dude that you would just pluck him all day long.
I agree. I never really liked Andy, but I'll tell you what, Andre, I've been watching the Tennis Channel a lot with this going on, obviously a lot of time at home. And he is one brilliant, smart, intellectual guy. He's going to do really well in the media business, you know, for whatever time he wants, because he breaks it down, and his knowledge of, well, how did you beat Federer, or how did you not beat Federer? And he's hilarious. Which I knew he had.
So you're telling me Andy Roddick is the Tony Romo of tennis?
I'm telling you, watching him, I'm really impressed with his breakdown. He explains what would happen between him and Federer, and the way he explains it, he says, you know, with Federer, you know, it's the same thing. You go inside out and you push him over there, and then the next thing you know, he turns around and he starts rope-a-doping you, you know, with that inside out, inside in forehand. And he goes, I don't know, you know, I played him 24 times and it didn't work out too well. I only won 4, you know, and you know, Andy Roddick he lost 4 times. He won the U.S. Open that one year. He lost 4 times in the finals of other Grand Slams, all to Roger Federer. One time, I watched it, I was in Vermont, by 2 points in a tiebreaker. Or no, because at Wimbledon you go the game, sorry. So, but they played for one of the greatest matches ever. Watch the whole thing, unbelievable. It's just...
John, let me ask you a question. Who was your least favorite male tennis player? Least favorite.
It was probably Andy Roddick for a long time. I'm kind of not least favorite. I shouldn't say that.
I said least favorite.
Huh? Least favorite. You said favorite?
I said least favorite. The one you just did not like.
No, I never really cared for Andy. I mean, I knew him and everything, but I was like,
we're on the same page.
He's such a, and I knew that about him. He's just such a competitor. He's got to win, which I know that when I was on that pro level.
That ain't why I don't like
him. Win at everything, you know. And
but I mean, you hold on. Let me go into character. You play to win the game. You don't play to lose. You play to win the game. You know, that's my that's my Herm Edwards. So anyway, yeah, Andy Roddick was by far my least favorite. But every now and then, I used to not like Pete Sampras because I loved Andre Agassi. Right. But when I found out that Sampras and Agassi were friends, then it was like okay for me to like Sampras because I really wanted to like him. I just couldn't like him and like Andre Agassi. I couldn't reconcile that in my own mind. Hold on, somebody's called in. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
This is George. I'm looking for a rock bottom.
Yeah, you got the wrong number. Sorry, George.
Okay.
Thank you. George said he's looking for rock bottom. George said he's looking for rock bottom. Did y'all see how good I was? Oh, I could have ate that up. I could have ate that up. George said he tried to hit rock bottom. Oh my gosh. Oh man. All's my life. Yeah. See, this is why I can't win a Marconi Award. I can't win one. No. I'm telling you. Anyway, guys.
Good story to help you with
that. Akie, who was your least favorite basketball player?
Did I not like?
Come on, Akie.
That's a tough one. Go to John and come back to me on that one.
Come on, man. You love that sport so much you don't know who your least favorite basketball player was?
Mark Eaton, maybe?
Why you don't like Mark Eaton? Mark Eaton didn't ever do nothing to nobody or you.
Oh, he was the only guy that gave Akeem fits because of his height, and
it was like 7 and forever.
Yeah, and it was just
like you 7 forever.
Yeah, and I didn't hate him as a person. I just hated the way Akeem had trouble getting his shot off over him.
Look, we know he ain't the reason you can't keep a date. I mean, we know you ain't personally hate him. I mean,
that's because of Corona, AJ. You know that's the only reason that's going on.
Man, you were posting the other day about having new dates since you've been under quarantine. Don't play with us. You act like can't nobody see your stuff. How many Rona dates have you been on, Akie?
Maybe 3.
See my point? See, John, why does he come in here and act like we can't see his posts? That's just crazy. This dude is the Rona dating king of the world.
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna just go ahead and go there. Don't pop up with no Rona babies now, because I don't want to hear it. And don't have none of your kids calling me their uncle and stuff like that.
That's not going. That's not going.
If it ain't your son right now, I ain't taking no more of your kids as my nephew or nieces.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, John, your least favorite football player of all time.
Oh man, I was all set to do basketball. Football player. Well, that's easy. That the guy kicking everybody in the you know what? He played for Miami.
And Ndamukong Suh.
There you go, Sue.
What?
Man, you take a shot at my quarterback like that when he's down, you step. You know, one of those
okay, John.
Straighten him out.
John, I'm about to become your therapist. First of all, the quarterback was Matt Schaub, so he wasn't a QB. He was a Q or a B. He wasn't both of them. He wasn't both of them. He was a Q or a B, and more of a B than anything else because he was a backup. That's all he was. That's all he was. So you get to kick them a little bit, John. Yeah. You get to kick them a little bit. Well, you were mad over the wrong thing. If he had kicked Deshaun Watson, be mad. He kicked Matt Schaub. Come on, man.
Oh, if he kicked Deshaun Watson, I'd be after.
That's different. You know? We fight. If he kicks Deshaun Watson, we fight. We rolling up.
Right, we're rolling. Right.
But it's like, Matt, you all right? Okay, then get over it. That's the end of the counseling session with Matt Schaub. So you better now? You feel better?
I feel better.
Okay. All right. Mad at Ndamukong Suh because he kicked Matt Schaub. Please. Matt Schaub.
No, not Matt Schaub. He went after Aaron Rodgers one time, too.
Oh, yeah.
Some nerve.
Allegedly. Ndamukong Suh's foot connected with Aaron Rodgers' body. I mean, allegedly. You know, the camera angle can show all kinds of things.
He stepped on him. He went one. Stepped on him.
Yeah. Akie, who is your least favorite boxer?
Riddick Bowe.
How come you ain't like Riddick?
I don't know. I just didn't like him.
El Michelle said Akie is just chilling, like you just laid back, kicking it and doing it right. Riddick Bowe, that's a good one. Riddick Bowe wasn't one of my favorites. John, you boxed a little bit. Who was your least favorite boxer?
Boom Boom Mancini.
Boom Boom was a lot of fun, especially coming in the ring.
He had the whole show going on. He get in the ring, you know.
I
don't know. I just didn't like it. Yeah, there's some that are okay. You know, sometimes it's good. I didn't care for him.
Manny Pacquiao was my least favorite. Manny can get knocked out by everybody under the sun. If Manny Pacquiao got knocked out sparring, I would love whoever his sparring partner was. Manny is the most overhyped, overrated, nothing to do with nothing boxer in the world. If I got in the ring and Manny knocked me out, I would lie and say I was sleepy and lay down and took a nap. I wouldn't give him credit for nothing. If he beat me in a foot race, I'd say my foot hurt and I quit. I wouldn't give him the opportunity to enjoy nothing. Nothing.
Did a lot of winning, that guy.
Yeah, that's what they say, allegedly. Allegedly. That's how you steal their victory, Akie. You just put allegedly. I've got to take a break. We'll come back with the sports fellas. We're just chopping it up on John Foster's birthday. When we come back, Akie's got the dime on who on the Texans might have tested positive for COVID-19. We'll do that when we come back right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK. If you want to get in, we don't know where rock bottom is, but you can hit us up 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who've helped people that have been injured or wronged. Have you been diagnosed with cancer? Are you one of the millions who have taken Zantac or other generic versions of this popular drug to help treat stomach issues? Then pay close attention to this message. The FDA said it detected low levels of a probable cancer-causing chemical known as NDMA in Zantac and other generic forms of this popular drug. They've banned sales
Richard
and
Clark
even
said his
removed it
least
from the
favorite
market.
boxer was
If
the
you've
guy that
been
beat
diagnosed
Delvin
with
Taylor.
cancer and you've taken Zantac or a generic
that?
equivalent, call the legal
Was that Julio
helpline
Cesar
now.
Chavez?
You could receive a free cash award and
I
have
think
your
it
medical
was.
expenses covered. And there's no upfront cost to
think it
you.
was.
They only get paid if you win. So please call now. 800-251-7816.
Look that one up. I used to be a big
800-251-7816. 800-251-7816. That's 800-251-7816.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean.
Yep.
Call now and
I know
learn
my stuff.
more.
Julio Cesar
800-961-2730. 800-961-2730. That's 800-961-2730.
I'm Linda J. We all know Election Day is just around the corner. We want change. We need change. We can be the change. Exercise your right for change on Election Day. Don't talk about
Richard Clark said, I
Let's
hated
be about
Chavez.
it. So let's roll to the
Yeah, he
polls
was a bad
in
boy.
record numbers and we can make
A lot of people
that
hated him,
change.
but they couldn't
This
beat
message
him.
is approved by KYOK 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOKradio.org.
Having trouble getting focus? Getting your to-do list done?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK. 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
This is Jasmine Highsmith, and you're having a side of sports with your
Right.
lunch
Where
here
did John
on
go?
the lunch break on the legendary KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. John Foster dropped off. John Foster dipped on us. He dipped on us on his birthday. He must have got that call or that text message, like boomerang. Hey, baby got her. Yeah, I can't even say it on this show. But anyway, so it's just me and Dr. Akie Davis. Dr. Akie, before we talk about the Texans and who your sources tell you might have been affected by coronavirus, Richard Clark said his least favorite boxer was that guy that beat Meldrick Taylor, and it turned out to be nobody other than Julio Cesar Chavez. And Richard Clark said, I hated Chavez. A lot of people hated him, but they just couldn't beat him, Doc. That dude won a lot of fights that he was not supposed to win. The first time that Meldrick Taylor lost to him, it really could have gone, the decision could have gone to Meldrick. I think that Chavez either knocked him out late or beat him late. I think that all Meldrick had to do was survive the round, and Chavez ended up knocking him out late in the fight. The second time, I don't think it was even close. But Julio Cesar Chavez was one of those good fighters, man. He was one of them good guys. You know who was almost like Manny Pacquiao for me? Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya. I loved him as an Olympian. Didn't like him at all as a pro. And oh yeah, by the way, he's talking about making a comeback.
People have too much time on their hands these days, AJ.
Yeah, he better get him a mask, some gloves, and some hand sanitizer, and leave these young lions alone. Cause bruh, these cats ain't playing out there now, man. It ain't like it used to be.
Right, especially if you hadn't boxed forever.
Yeah. Now, if he gonna box a bunch of old dudes, and okay, we gonna have a boxing senior circuit. Okay, no problem. But you get in there with one of those two twins from the Houston area.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he get in there with one of them, and he'll be trying to. I don't know. He better quarantine and just leave it be. Leave it be. Okay, let me ask you this: who was your favorite boxer of all time?
Muhammad Ali.
Not even close.
Not even close.
All right, so since you said Muhammad Ali, I'm gonna go Sugar Ray Leonard. I love Sugar Ray.
Yeah,
I loved Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray was one of them dudes that just, man, everything he did back in the day was just smooth. It was like, man. And then when he went in there and beat Marvelous Hagler, nobody was beating that dude back in the day. Sugar Ray said, I can beat him. I mean, Sugar Ray beat Roberto Duran. Nobody was doing that. Sugar Ray was my guy. Since you took Ali, which is who I would have said, Sugar Ray Leonard would be my favorite. Who is your favorite basketball player?
Magic Johnson.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Out of everybody, you and Magic?
I just think at that era of the day to play 5 positions was really amazing.
Yeah, you're right. Magic got them a championship playing the 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magic is one of those guys that came in and was good as we thought he would be coming out of college. Go ahead.
He made everybody better.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm telling you, I was mad when the Lakers replaced Norman Nixon with Byron Scott. To this day, I never really appreciated Byron Scott because he replaced one of my favorite players. But Magic Johnson made me quickly get over Storm Norman Nixon not being the point guard of the Lakers because, man, Magic took that thing to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Favorite football player all time?
Oof. I would probably say Deion Sanders.
Prime time. Okay, all right. Let me really challenge you on Throwback Thursday. Which Deion Sanders? San Francisco, Atlanta, Dallas, Washington. Which Deion Sanders?
San Francisco.
Okay. All right. Deion Sanders Atlanta was pretty hyped too, though.
Yeah, he was.
Deion Sanders Atlanta was pretty hyped. All right. Okay. I'm going to break it down even more. Give me your favorite quarterback all time.
All time. I'm gonna say Warren Moon.
That's that Black Power stuff you got going on there.
That's the homer in me, AJ, being from Houston and and a little Black Power as well.
That's great. Richard Clark said favorite football player of all time, Earl Campbell. Yeah.
That's a great choice.
Yeah. Man, all joking aside, one of my favorite players of all time, because y'all picked, a couple of my favorites. One of my favorite players of all time was Tony Dorsett. I loved watching Tony Dorsett play. I loved watching him at Pittsburgh. I loved watching him at Dallas. I loved watching him, period. Tony Dorsett was my guy. I loved watching that dude play.
And Barry Sanders is a close second with me, man. Like, I can't,
Let me tell you something. Barry Sanders was the most freakish, like just inexplicable sports athlete that I've ever seen. Like the things that Barry Sanders could do with his body and his control and just the way he did things. I got to take a break. We got to take another break. But when I come back, I just want to finish getting into Barry Sanders because that dude was unreal. We'll be right back right after this.
How'd you like to eliminate your expensive cable bill forever or get new satellite internet where cable can't go? Well, now you can have affordable satellite internet service for a few dollars a day. All you need is a mini satellite installed, and you can have unlimited internet connections wirelessly in your home or office. And no cable boxes means unlimited connections and no clutter. You can surf the internet or stream any of your favorite television services with no cable. And the best part is, satellite internet service costs only a few dollars a day for your entire home. Yes, fast internet to surf or stream television for a few bucks a day. Call now for free details and learn how to drop your expensive cable bill.
800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. 800-712-8044. That's 800-712-8044.
Having trouble getting focused? Getting your to-do list done?
Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
KYOK 1140 and 92.3.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called to inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune in every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
That's KYOK.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It's Throwback Thursday. Me and Dr. Akie holding it down for John Foster, who gave us like an hour, and then he had to, dip on us and go do birthday shenanigans. So happy 58th birthday to you, John, wherever you are. I'm sure you're deep within sin and iniquity. We're praying for you, my brother. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I be messing folks. Do I mess with folks, man? Do y'all ever get off the show like AJ messing with me one more time? I'm gonna chop him in his throat.
Every time, AJ.
I'm that big brother, man. If I don't mess with y'all, somebody else will, man. I guess John is the big brother, though. He's older than me.
Yeah.
John is like
he
our big little brother, though. John is like the youngest brother who's always in the wrong place at the wrong time. Won't keep still. Like John, he's the oldest, but he's the little brother, man. He is definitely the little brother. So anyway, we're talking about Barry Sanders. And by far, one of the most freakish, just inexplicable, Barry Sanders at any time in a game could be like a highlight reel. And it isn't because he ran some long touchdown or something like that. Barry Sanders could turn a 2-yard gain into a wow, did you see that right there? And I think if we had social media today, like we had, if we had social media back then, like we do today, Barry Sanders would be like an urban legend. I mean, that dude would be like a folk hero. Like, he would be bigger than you name it. There's not another running back like Barry Sanders in the game today.
No, it's not. And it's like you said, it'll look like he's about to lose yardage because his offensive line let him down, and he'll end up turning into like a 12, 15-yard run.
Man, I'm just telling, and the way he can contort his body. There were times, there's a picture of Barry Sanders like making a cut, and his foot is going one way, but his body is almost perpendicular to the ground, and he's about to head in another direction. And it's just, that's the kind of body control that he had. Keith Hennig said, second to only sweetness. Let me tell you something. I put 3 running backs in this category. I'm not saying one over the other, but I put 3 in this category, and they are as follows. Billy Sims, whose career got cut short. Billy Sims did in college what Barry Sanders and Walter Payton did in college and the pros. But Billy Sims, Walter Payton, and Barry Sanders are the 3 guys that were just, what in the world did I just see? Like, again, it might have only been a 5-yard gain, but it was the coolest 5 yards in the world.
I agree. Billy Sims used to love to go over the top, too, when he got to that 1-yard line.
Now, you know who comes to mind when you talk about going over the top? A dude by the name of Bam Bam Morris.
Morris, yes.
That dude was just historic. Like, you get down on that goal line, you better get somebody to try and, kind of jump up there and hit him in midair, because he's going up top. He was going up top. Yeah. All right, so we got your favorite football player. We got your favorite quarterback. We got your favorite basketball player. Who's your favorite tennis player? And memory of John for his birthday. Favorite male tennis player, favorite female. I already know who your female tennis player is. Nasty
Serena?
Nasty. You nasty. Just, you don't like that. You don't even know if she can play tennis.
Okay. I'll go with Serena, and then I'll go with Agassi.
Agassi was the dude, man. I loved Andre Agassi. I loved Jimmy Connor. I mean, not Jimmy Connor. I loved John McEnroe before he turned into who he is now. Like, some of the stuff he said about Serena, some of the comments that he's made, I can't rock with that. I mean, if he was my boy, I'd pull him aside. We'd have a talk. Like, say something else about Serena like that again, see what's going to happen. I'm just telling you. Richard Clark said Zena Garrison. I used to love Zena Garrison and Lori McNeil as doubles. I loved both of them as doubles. But my favorite tennis player on the men's side, by far, Arthur Ashe. I loved Arthur Ashe. I'm glad that I got to live to see him play, and I'm glad that I've gotten to live long enough to see him honored the way he should be honored. I'm really glad about that.
Oh, AJ, I need a retraction.
Who's your retraction? Let me see.
From Mark Eden, I got to go Draymond Green as my least favorite basketball player.
What has Draymond done to you? What now? You know what? Now you're just being petty. What is Draymond?
You remember what he did to Steven Adams?
I'm not going into that.
I know.
So what?
We're not going to talk about that. But then it's just like
if anybody on Golden State you should not like, it should have been Sasha Pachulia, the dirtiest man in the NBA by far. Kawhi Leonard was giving them the business. Kawhi Leonard was going to make sure that Golden State didn't even win their first championship. Kawhi Leonard was about to run them off the court. And if it's not for Sasha Pachulia stepping under him and giving him the business, they would have gotten run out of that series. They would have gotten run out. They had no answers for Kawhi Leonard. And that wasn't their first title, because their first title, they lucked up and caught the Cleveland Cavaliers without Kyrie Irving, without Kevin Love, and LeBron James and Matthew Dellavedova still got 2 games off of the unbeatable Warriors. So anyway, they wouldn't have got us. They definitely weren't going to get that second one. But anyway, so Sasha Pachulia, man, not Draymond.
Well, what I don't like about Draymond is like he talks so much noise, and you're out there with Steph, Clay, Durant, 3 of the best shooters almost of all time, and you're talking like you're doing like you're on their level, and you can see with none of those guys this year, his numbers are miserably down. They don't have a chance to go to the playoffs, but he just talks so much noise. And I just don't think if he wasn't surrounded by all that talent, then he is. I think he is.
We got Dr. Akie Davis. He is one part of the Sports Fellas. Normally it's myself, Dr. Akie, and John Foster. John's celebrating his 58th birthday today, so he's MIA. Okay, so let me tell you why I don't have a problem with Draymond Green. Have you ever played spades? You don't look like you can play no cards. You can't play no cards.
I'm not a spades player, no.
Spades or dominoes. You can't slap no bones either. I can tell. I can just you can't tell the truth. Go on and confirm what I'm thinking.
You're right.
I know it. I know I'm right.
Yeah,
you the dude that while we over there playing spades and slapping bones, you hollering at all the ladies and trying to catch somebody unhappy in their relationship. I know who you are. So anyway.
Oh, you know too much.
I already know. I know dudes like you. It's like, yo, dude, you better get your girl away from that potato salad. Akie over there talking to her. Listen, Draymond Green is the kind of dude that I am. If I'm up by 100 or down by 100, I'm talking noise. I'm not going to let you just beat me on the table and let you enjoy your victory, and then you're going to be talking noise and everything like that. If I turn one book, you're going to think I ran to Boston. You're going to think I drove to Boston and everybody had to ride with me if I turn one book. Up by 100, if you set me, I'm going to talk about your cousin. I'm not going to let you get the victory over me on the table and on the scoreboard. I'm not going to let you do that. So Draymond Green, I can understand him. So he all right with me. He's just a hater.
No,
I know you're about to. Hold on. Have you seen his mama? She cute, bro. Draymond Green's mother. Oh, I forgot who I was talking to. If they not 21.
That's John claiming to be 21 today, so he can do on his R. Kelly thing later on tonight. That's
God.
not me.
Oh my God! Hey, Willie Gibson up in Columbus, Ohio, said Draymond averaging a triple single this year without Steph and Clay. He says his favorite tennis player is Pete Sampras. So yeah, that's who Willie. And then let me see. Richard Clark, I already said. Keith Hennig said Guillermo Vilas was the man. That was his favorite tennis player. You got a favorite baseball player?
George Brett.
George Brett was a good player for the Kansas City Royals.
Mm-hmm.
George Brett was one of the men who made a legitimate push at hitting 400 for the season. And then George Brett was that dude that went hoarse when he hit a home run and was sitting in the dugout chilling like, yeah, man, you see me just jacked that one out there? And the umpires called it an out because the pine tar on his bat was above regulation level. And George Brett went nuts. One of the all-time meltdowns of all time. Who was your favorite meltdown? any sport, who was your favorite meltdown?
I would have to say Bill O'Brien and Tom Brady.
When Tom Brady cussed Bill O'Brien out?
Right. I mean, an audacity for Bill O'Brien, to be going back and forth with Tom Brady. Like, dude.
It wasn't really, you know what? It wasn't mic'd up. So let me tell you how the conversation went. Tom Brady was like, and you better not ever call that play again. And Bill O'Brien was like, okay. And call it again and see if you don't get fired before we get off this field. And Bill was like, okay, man, I said okay. And Tom Brady was like, I'm not playing. And Bill was like, I heard you. That's how that went, bro. It wasn't no back and forth. It was no back and forth. Bill O'Brien think he's about that life until he was up there in New England and Tom Brady was on him, chewing on that neck. Keith Hennig said Ryan Leaf was the worst meltdown. I don't remember the Ryan Leaf meltdown. Ryan Leaf just got in trouble again, didn't he? He just got in trouble for something else.
Think so.
Yeah, Ryan Leaf. I think he just got in trouble for something else. I got to tell you, let me see. My all-time favorite meltdown.
I know it's
Dennis Green, when he was coaching the Arizona Cardinals, and they had a big lead on the Chicago Bears, and the Bears came back and won the game. And he went into, they were who we thought they were. They were who we thought they were. And then he said, if you want to crown, this was like week 1 or week 2. He says, if you want to crown them, then go ahead and crown them. They were who we thought they were. That was my all-time favorite right there. That and Allen Iverson. What are we talking about? Practice? Game. Not the game. We're talking about, because it was a cool meltdown. It wasn't a irate tirade. It was, Allen was like, what are we talking about? We talking about the game? No, we talking about practice, not the game. Not the game. What are we talking about? And man, I thought that was smooth too. That's smart. Let me see what
Buddy Ryan when he hit that coach.
Kevin Gilbride,
Buddy Ryan won.
Yeah. With the Oilers or the Titans?
It was with the Oilers. And
I should have known then that Jeff Fisher wasn't about nothing, because he didn't do nothing. Didn't do a work. Just wasted space. Jeff Fisher.
Yeah.
Worst NFL football coach of all time, all levels, bar none, Jeff Fisher. All right, Big Time Floyd said, hello, AJ and Breakers. Ali was the GOAT. However, Sugar Ray Leonard was the best in his division. His style and charisma were the qualities I admired the most. He talked trash, but he backed it up in the ring. Truly one of boxing's greatest legends. All right, so I got a different line of question for you. Keith Hennig said Ryan Leaf stays in trouble. You know, y'all people had reordained him. You know, he had beaten his addiction, and you know they had put him on the sports talk shows and all of that. I wasn't impressed. Who was your most underrated basketball player of all time? Most underrated. Not a big name. Underrated.
Would you consider Fat Lever underrated?
Who?
Fat Lever for the Nuggets? Yeah. It's probably my most underrated player.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go with Jamal Wilkes for the LA Lakers. Jamal Wilkes, Mr. Finger Roll.
Yes.
Baby. I'm telling you, underrated. And I know I could go AC Green. I could go. What was the guy with the big black glasses? He's still part of the organization right now. Guess who's back? Ooh. Don't call it a comeback. He's been here for years. Hold on, let me get him on here. Ladies and gentlemen, the birthday boy is back. It's John Foster. What's up, John? John, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Oh, God. John, we're going to take a break. Get your mic life right, okay? Because we're having some fun talk right now. You killing it again, John. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break. Kurt Rambis, that was who it was. No, Jamal Wilkes was the most underrated member of Showtime. Yeah. All right, we'll come back with more right after this Throwback Thursday. Y'all know normally I'm talking race relations and social injustice issues. We're gonna take a break today. I'm gonna get back on it tomorrow, though. You better believe it. We'll be right back with this, with more of Throwback Thursday on the lunch break. John Foster, can you hear us? We can't hear you. All right, we'll be right back.
Somebody ever said,
Nope.
It's inspiring. It's empowering.
It's life-changing.
It's called To Inspire with best-selling author and motivational speaker, Dr. Sylvia Cole. Tune
You
in
look
every
good, though.
Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock here on the legendary KYOK, 1140 AM, 92.3 FM, and KYOK.org.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. 800-547-4170. That's 800-547-4170.
John, say something now.
This is a potter's field. When people can't pay for their funerals, they are buried here. It is a lonely, desolate place, littered with unmarked headstones. No one visits. No one leaves flowers. But it doesn't have to be that way.
John, back out.
For as low as
because
$1
before
a day,
before
you can
come
ensure your
in-
family will have the money to
All right,
pay
call
your
us.
funeral expenses.
Okay.
We offer burial insurance plans that pay up to $30,000. Considering the average funeral costs more than $10,000, that's peace of mind for your family. There are no medical exams, your rates won't increase, and your policy cannot be canceled as long as you make your premium payments. Call now to get approved in minutes and ensure your final resting place is more than just a pauper's grave in a potter's field.
800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. 800-308-6729. That's 800-308-6729. Paid for by Final Expense Direct.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? Quick Cash Offer can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents and risking your safety by showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your home to foreclosure. If you have any equity in your home, we will buy it and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call Quick Cash Offer now before the economy gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just don't want to get the cash you need today.
800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. 800-780-1431. That's 800-780-1431.
Hey, this is Tori and Terry, and we're with a new show on the legendary KYOK called Marriage Talks with Tori and Terry.
Yes, that's Saturdays at 1 p.m. Marriage Talk with us. You can call in and talk with us about your marriage questions, engagement, relationship questions. We're here to assist you. Saturdays at 1 p.m.
And that's on the legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
Talk to you then.
Again I say unto you, if two
John
of
don't have the
you
number, does he?
shall agree on earth as touching anything, it shall be done for them by my Father who is in heaven. For where two
No, it's
or
not
three
muted.
are
It's
gathered
just John.
together in my name, there am I
wasn't
in
muted.
the midst of them. Matthew 18,
Y'all gotta know
19,
John.
and 20.
That's the gospel.
And we're KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
It's the lunch break on KYOK.
All right. It is the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. I'm AJ Jones. It's Throwback Thursday, and you know what that means. John Foster got problems with his mic. You know what that means. Every Thursday, it's John and his mic. Okay, here we go. I bet you this is John right here. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
John Foster.
What's up, man?
Hey, Andre. Good. I don't know what's up with this phone and connection with the internet, but I saw you and I could hear you fine.
Yeah, we can see you too.
Yeah, but you couldn't hear me.
Nah, bro. We thought you were trying to be a mime group. We were going to have you come and dance at the church on Sunday.
No, I can't be a mime.
Yeah, you can. You can do it.
I could do it?
You can do it. But you got to wear, don't paint yourself. Just get one of those masks, those just plain white masks. Get you a black robe and some white gloves, and we'll let you dance to More Than I Can Bear by Kirk Franklin.
There you go.
I've gone through the fire.
That's the dancing I want to do.
John. It's a Christian station. So you better get that praise dance and then stay off that pole. Stay off that pole. You let me see you out there dancing for some change. I know it's gonna be something if Akie tell me he need change for a 20 and he want quarters. I know what's finna happen. Hey, John, we've been having some good talk, man, and you missed it. So remember we asked you who your least favorite tennis player was. Who is your all-time favorite male and female tennis player?
Tennis player. Well, I wasn't for a long time, but I am now.
John, why you always messing stuff up? Say it again, John. Roger Federer on the men's side.
And then, you know what? Just my all-time favorite, somebody I really liked back in the 70s, was Ivan Goulagan.
Oh, yeah, I remember Ivan Goulagan. Yeah. Yeah, you know what, John? I should have known you were going to go deep. That was all right now. that was a player from the Himalaya move right there. Yeah, man. That's good. Okay, now, John, let's do this now. Favorite football player of all time. Favorite football player of all time.
Bob Greasy, Miami Dolphins.
I want to say something so bad. But I'm not going to do it. That's good, John. That's real good. Bob Greasy.
Or
Miami
Nick
Dolphins.
Montagani.
Yeah. Nick Montagani would have been better than Bob Greasy, but I'm going to let you make it.
Yeah. Probably so.
Larry Zonka, Jim Kidd, Paul Warfield, Garo U Premium. Any of them would have been better than Bob Greasy. But we're going to let you make it. Earl Morrall was better than Bob Greasy, but we're going to let you make it.
You can't put Garo U Premium in the same context.
He had one bad play. The man wanted to be a quarterback all his life, and y'all told Harpo to beat him. Leave that man alone.
That happened right here in Houston at Rice University.
I know, bro. I know my sports history.
No, that's it.
All right, so I'm trying to get him caught up, Akie. Who was your favorite? Well, no, we already know that. Who was your most underrated player in the NBA of all time? Most underrated.
Wow. I'd have to think about that one. Maybe Jerry West.
You mean the one who has the whole doggone NBA logo after him? That Jerry West? Underrated. Okay. Yeah, I hear there was a kid coming up named Michael Jeffrey Jordan that was pretty underrated as well. Kid that came out of high school in Akron, LeBron James or something. He's pretty underrated too.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'd have to dig deep on that one for a little bit.
All right, I got you.
Rick Barry.
Now Rick Barry might have been underrated. You might be able to get by with that one. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So John, I'm gonna let you take lead on this next one. Who was your favorite broadcaster of all time? Sports broadcaster or journalist of all time?
Well, I'm going to have to go with Howard Cosell.
Okay, all right, that's legendary. That's Hall of Fame stuff right there. Akie, famous broadcaster or journalist, sports broadcaster or journalist of all time.
Dick Vitale.
Dickie V, baby! Prime-time player, baby! And you know what's crazy is I could not stand Billy Packer. I would literally turn the volume down and turn it up either on the radio or put on some music. I could not listen to Billy Packer. But after I stopped just getting hyped about Dick Vitale and started listening to what he was saying, Dick Vitale's crazy, man. He makes no sense whatsoever. And then he's also one of those guys that puts his foot in his mouth and then doubles down on it. Like, okay, you think one foot in my mouth is good? Let me do two. So, yeah, again, good choice. Good choice. One of my favorite broadcaster journalists of all times, the Gumbo brothers.
Brian and
Yep. Loved them both. And a close third would be Ahmad Rashad. Rashad was phenomenal as a broadcaster. Loved it. And he was also married to Felicia Rashad. So, yeah, man, that dude was just greatness for me. He was just great. All right. So, favorite broadcaster now. Who do you like right now? John, you go first.
I'm broadcaster. He's really getting good, but Anderson Cooper.
Okay, CNN, news kind of thing. I like Anderson Cooper. I do. Okay, John out of the box on his birthday for 58. We can let him make it. Dr. Akie, who you got?
Mark Jackson. I like Mark Jackson a lot.
Mark Jackson is stinkingly underrated. Mark Jackson is really, really underrated. And if he were not connected to Van Gundy, I think Mark Jackson would get a lot more shine. But I don't want Mark Jackson to be a great broadcaster. I want him to be a great head coach or general manager. I do. I think Mark Jackson is being blackballed. I think he is the Colin Kaepernick of the NBA. I really do.
Yeah, he's very entertaining. He knows what he's talking about.
I'm gonna.
I like Mark Jackson.
Wait a minute, hold on. There's somebody calling in. Let's get this call before we got to go. It's 5 minutes before we got to go. Hello, you're live on the lunch break with the sports fellas. Who's this?
It's Keith Hennig.
Caller of the year 2020. What's going on, Keith Hennig?
Oh, not much. You guys are having a great show. A lot of good discussion, a lot of good opinions.
Yeah, I figured these old dudes need to have something that they could. I figured we old dudes need to have something that we can talk about on Throwback Thursday. So I wanted to go in a different direction today. But Keith Hennig, what's your input? Who's your favorite broadcaster or journalist of all time?
Oh boy, broadcaster. I love Chris Schenkel. I love Kurt Gowdy. I love Al Michaels now.
Michael.
Keith, I got one for you.
Kurt Gowdy, that's good.
Keith, I got one for you. You ready? Turn out the lights. The party's over.
Dandy Don was a lot of fun, wasn't he?
Dandy Don Meredith was one of my favorite Monday Night Football commentators of all time. I literally wanted to stay up and just hear him sing, "Turn out the lights, the party's over."
That was great. Now, I have a question for you.
All right.
Who was your favorite or is your favorite NFL player of all time?
Favorite NFL player of all time? I still got to go with Tony Dorsett. Tony Dorsett was one of the guys that just really made me love football. The guy that I first saw play football was Bullet Bob Hayes. That was the first NFL jersey that I ever owned. But that's when I really first started paying attention to football, when I saw Tony Dorsett doing all the things that he was doing up at the University of Pittsburgh when he went on to win the Heisman Trophy. And then when he started dominating in the NFL, when he ran that 99-yard touchdown from the goal line with the Cowboys.
No, I don't remember.
I loved him. I really did. I loved him.
Well, he was unbelievable. How about defensive player?
Defensive player was a guy that I lied for years and said he was my uncle, Ed Too Tall Jones.
Oh, I knew Ed back in the day.
Man, I'm telling you.
He was huge.
I had a chance to meet him, and I was starstruck. I was like, oh, God, you're tall. And he just looked at me like, that's all you got?
Well, I was 5'9", 138 pounds when I met Too Tall Jones and Harvey Martin for the first time.
Yep.
And they each lifted me up by an elbow and dangled me in the air. They were great, great guys, too.
No, that's all right. I'm glad to hear that. Keith, let me get you old school. Favorite wrestler of all time?
Favorite wrestler of all time? That would be probably one of the little people wrestlers.
Okay, so let me think. One of the little, like Shawn Michaels or one of the guys from DMX or something like that.
Could be.
Okay.
Wrestling is not a sport.
Stop it, Keith. Keith, I'm gonna take your belt away. I'm gonna give it to Todd. I'm in a no holds barred match. I'm gonna give it to Todd.
Oh, I'm crushed.
Yeah, you gotta like wrestling if you're gonna watch this show, man. I'm a wrestling fanatic.
Well, to each his own. I get that. I just don't think that that's sport. Now, it is in college, but it's entertainment at the pro level, right?
And sports is nothing but sports entertainment. El Michelle, you win the show today. El Michelle's favorite wrestler is my favorite wrestler. The JYD, the Junkyard Dog. You better come out here with that, El Michelle. El Michelle she won the internet today.
She did.
Yep.
Good job, El.
Hey, Keith, thanks for the call, brother. We'll talk to you sometime tomorrow, man.
Look forward to it. See ya.
All right, appreciate it. Good call, Keith Hennick. Let's see. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do that. And, guys, we got to get ready to go. John Foster, happy birthday to you. Akie, sing happy birthday to him like your name is Usher.
I'm not going to sing, AJ. Just going to wish John a happy birthday. Not much of a singer.
That's how you going to do your boy?
Nah, I mean, maybe one day I'll have somebody else sing for him.
That's messed up, man. Hey, John, I hooked you up. Akie, he didn't put nothing on it, man. Hey, John, Akie didn't put nothing on it, man.
Oh, man.
All right, John, you have a good rest of your day, man. Enjoy your birthday, bro. All right, we appreciate it. That's John Foster of the Sports Fellas. Akie, tell everybody where they can find you and follow you, man, real quick.
Okay, Instagram, Paige Turner 0823, and Twitter, Dr. Akie Davis.
That's nasty. All right, man. We'll talk to you, Akie. We'll talk to you. Right. Hey, thanks for dropping those dimes on us this week.
All right, have a good one.
All right, y'all. Y'all don't forget, man, Donnie McClurkin is up next with the Donnie McClurkin Show. He'll give you the best in gospel music, the latest in the gospel music industry. Donnie does his thing every Monday through Friday from 2 to 3. In the morning, you got Erica Campbell and Griff. I'll be back with Freestyle Friday. You never know who I'm going to have in studio tomorrow. Or at least on the video. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Wear your mask, wash your hands, be sensitive, and be sanitized.
1140 KYOK Conroe, Houston. The legend continues.
All right, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed.
Are you ready?
Hope y'all enjoyed the show. A lot of fun with those guys today. I know, like I said, I've been normally going in and going off, but hey, had to just take a little break. Some of the news that I've been seeing lately have just been unbelievable. I just posted about a church that wouldn't let a lady sit under the tree on their property. They ended up posting up a do not trespass and no trespassing and all that. School system, they're trying to send the kids back to school with a couple of masks and some wet wipes. But then you look over at the state, where they do the state government and everything like that. And they've got the plexiglass and all the safe things and like that. but we're going to send our kids back to school with masks and wet wipes. It just, everything is upside down, out of control. And people keep saying that we're so divided right now. And listen, we don't have to be divided. And by me posting those things, I'm not trying to further divide us. I'm trying to let people see where we got to come together. And if we can just get out of political parties and get out of this, that, or the other, and just what's right, what is the right thing to do, even if it goes against your upbringing, even if it goes against your political affiliation, what's the right thing to do? If we just do the right thing by everybody, I promise you, man, this thing can definitely turn around. But right now, I just needed one of those mental health days when we talked about absolutely nothing. Better believe, though, I'm going to be back on it tomorrow. So as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it except wear your mask. Definitely wash your hands 20 seconds or more and sanitize everything around you. Be sensitive to everybody around you. And when you see that racism, you know what to do. Kill the racism, not the person. All right? We'll talk to you later. Take care.